Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Dex. Oh fuck. Oh man, this is gonna be painful. So, just a quick look around before we go hop in. You can turn down the combat difficulty, turn on shoot to reload, because trust me, it's annoying to reload if you can't. You just have to press a different button, sure, but still it's kind of annoying. You have journal and dialogue font size, however, this isn't the main problem. The problem with this is that, well, as far as I can tell, it doesn't really make much difference anyway. And even then, there is text that can, like, scroll off the side of the screen. So it's like, it'll scroll off and you can only see half a sentence. And that's annoying as shit. And audio mix. The default mix is terrible, because not only do they have the master volume at not maximum for some reason, they have voice volume so low that you can't even... You can't even hear the fucking voices, even when you have them both turned up. So you have to find some weird mix of all of this shit that'll let you turn it up or down so that you can actually hear the voices from the very beginning. Massive pain in the ass. But anyway, we'll hit continue. What continue does is immediately loads you into the last thing that, into the last save that was made. So it'll either be an autosave, a manual save, or a chapter save. The game does have all of these different kinds of saves. However, you can only manually save to one slot. And in a game that tries to be like Deus Ex, being able to only save in one slot is a massive pain in the fucking ass. I'll tell you that much. That, and the game's got another problem that I'm more than willing to get into pretty much right off the bat. The game won't stop fucking crashing. Seriously, it's horrid. It's absolutely horrid. I've been playing the game for about 2 hours at this point, and the game's crashed 6 times. 6! I've been counting. 6! And the game's autosave is shit. So it isn't, unless you're manually saving every 5 or so minutes, the game might crash, and you might lose a bunch of progress. It's horrid. It's absolutely goddamn horrid. Alright, let's just get on to the actual game, shall we? It's a two-dimensional platformer. You have running, you have jumping, you have attacking, you have the circle button, and you also have the triangle button, which you can use to do things like buy condoms for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why they have you buying them, but you can also buy energy drinks, and those do actually give you health back. And of course, there are other things you can do as well, like if you see a guy with a gun, you can press circle behind him, and you can take him down and take his shit. For some reason, this guy was carrying around toilet paper. Don't ask you why. Okay, this guy spotted me, so I'm going to have to go a little bit more hand-to-hand. Can't block bullets, but you can block by using the right shoulder button. You can block melee attacks. Well, most melee attacks anyway. Sometimes they'll do like really powerful melee attacks, and you'll get a little bit of a warning they're going to do that, but there you go. And the basic melee combat is just that. You hold block, you press square whenever they're not attacking you. However, the game seems to have this weird tendency to swap the direction of your block for no particular reason. The control scheme of this game is a bit pathetic. I don't know what it is about it, but sometimes it just refuses to work properly. Thankfully, I do have a bunch of healing items here. I did buy a fair amount of healing items as I got out of the thing. So, yeah. That's the melee combat in a nutshell, basically. Hold block and fire away on the melee until they're dead, more or less. There are a couple of other things you can do, like you can like go into a sort of AR mode where if you get the, so if I hit down, you can see that you go into the AR mode, and once you get an ability, you can use this to like stun people, but doesn't really help much. You do have a dodge on the right stick, which I tried to use there, but I messed up the button timing. You do also have the ability to get things like firearms. Allow me to demonstrate. He's dead. Wonderful. Alright, so this is like the whole idea of combat in this game, basically. Well, where's this guy going? What's he doing? I have no idea. He's just wandering off. So, oh, nope, hang on. I'm about to be spotted. So I'll try and, okay, I made it. Okay, strangle you. What do you have on you? 46 bucks. That's interesting. Costs 50 to get a full heal, so that's alright. Alright. Where's this guy? I'm wandering around here because this is part of a story mission. The game has a bunch of locations you can go to. If I hit if I hit select and I go to the map, you can see that I have to go to the docks, which are down, apparently. But I wasn't able to find the entrance to Fixer's Hope in Fixer's Hope, so I assume it's in the docks. There's a bunch of different areas you can go to. These have all got things like quests and stuff you can do. And, of course, you can talk to people. Does this guy have voice acting?
I need help. I've been shot. How could it be anything? Unless you give me some assistance. That won't help. Find something to stop the bleeding. That's not gonna do shit, kid. You got anything else? Please. What's something that'll patch me up?
So yeah, cop. Alright. There is voice acting in this game, and there is a whole story going on about how it's basically a dystopian cyberpunk future where everyone's got augmentations and you're apparently the one savior of the universe because you somehow had an AI downloaded into your brain. Don't ask me how that works. So, there is this whole sort of cyberpunk thing going on. And the world is actually pretty well crafted. They've got a bunch of different places that you can visit on the overworld that talk about all the different things that happen in the... I assume this is just going to lead me right back outside. Yep, that's exactly what it did. The game does have this whole cyberpunk world thing going on, and to be fair, it does actually work pretty well since they put so much detail into it. There are lots of different places you can go. I'm just going to shoot this guy in the legs. You can try and shoot them more accurately if you feel like it, but I'm not a very good shot. Might as well just... Ow. I don't plan on coming back and playing this after a while, so I might as well just use all the bloody ammo I've got. Nope, got to reload. Gotta get out of the way of him. Block his attack. They've always got a second attack they follow up with, so just follow up with my attack. Come here. Come on, hit me. Thank you. Hit me again. Not like that. You do have the ability to equip stuff by like the touchscreen, obviously like this, but I don't know how you do it. Like you'd have to hold it. Okay, so you can do that with the right analog stick, right? So you hold the touchscreen, use the right analog stick to equip an item real quick, and then just hit X. That makes sense. You can assign items to that, and after I beat the crap out of this guy, I will show you what the menus look like, because people have been saying that I don't put enough basic gameplay at the beginning, and I can understand that. So here we go. So you got items, you can buy and sell them, and they do all sorts of different things. You got junk that you can sell off, you got individual quest items, and you've got weapons, obviously. Notably, there are a lot of different kinds of guns, but some of them you can't use until you get your ranged ability up to level 4, which is a bit silly, because you've got gear, which is augmentations, but I haven't got any of them yet, because, seriously, the amount of times I've been set back in this game already, it's just annoying the shit out of me enough that I haven't bothered. You've got stats that you can increase here. Every time you level up, you get a skill point, and you can get a bunch of different abilities for a bunch of different skill points. I've got, like, level 1 in all of these, and it's not the worst thing in the world. There is hacking, and there is this whole hacking minigame, which I will show off, because I do have a manual save saved around somewhere I can do a hack. So, yep, AR and barter, obviously. So there's a few different things to level up. Of course, you got a quest log. You can see all the quests you need to do, and there's plenty of quests, like Star-Crossed Lovers is the one I'm going to do with the hacking, but yeah, as you can see, absolute ton of quests and stuff to do. The game takes about 12 to 14 hours to finish, according to how long to beat. But then again, I'm not going to recommend that you do that, because the game won't stop crashing. It's ridiculous. But yeah, as you can see all sorts of just like mini text, not mini text, little letters and stuff off to the side that tells you more about the world, and it's all pretty neat. It's all relatively well done, and the game itself does look alright. It does have a nice little style to it, and there is a lot of... just a lot of stuff to see and do. The problem being that the game won't stop crashing. Also, the game's performance isn't particularly great. It can slow down a bit. It can, as I said before, the controls aren't exactly precise, more or less. Sometimes you'll miss jumps that you tried to get. Sometimes your block will stop for no reason whatsoever. And again, sometimes it'll just crash on a loading screen. Thankfully, it usually doesn't happen on mid-area transitions like this one. It's usually the, ow. I'm trying to dodge. Usually the crashes don't happen on mid-area transitions. They happen more often in, what's the word I'm looking for? They happen when you're swapping major areas, because the major areas are usually the, yeah, lockpicking. Pretty simple, really. Thank God there's no, like, stupid minigame, like in, what's it called? Skyrim, Fallout, whatever. Usually it crashes on big area transitions. That's what I'm trying to say. Can I aim my gun from down here? I can, but chances are yeah, whatever. I'll just shoot as many people as I can. There are things like shotguns, and of course you can go to stores, and there is, of course, like being able to persuade people. I've just leveled up, so I should probably use my skill point. Nope. There we go, now he's dead. I'll take the Chinese energy collar. I think I can't hack there. More toilet paper. Whoop, game just stopped for a second there. Not entirely sure what happened there. Picked up an old data chip. Don't know what that's got to do with anything. So I've got a bunch of stuff, but I don't particularly know where I'm going. That's unfortunate. That's the start button. If you wanted to know what the controls were like in more particular detail, here you go. It's fairly obvious stuff. The problem being you can't actually make the D-pad be your move, which is kind of annoying because there are parts of the game where you have to press up and the jump button in order to actually, like, climb, which is annoying as shit. I'm looking for the docks. I honestly have no idea where to go to get to the docks. I spent a few minutes looking for them before I did this video, and then my game crashed, and I'm like, oh, fuck this. So, it's a shame, because what's here actually works pretty well. I just wish that the port was better. Especially some of the graphics. Like, sometimes the game's resolution will drop, and, I mean, the pixel art looks alright, but it's very blocky and kind of obvious that it's blocky. They're not, like, doing anything to try and hide the fact that it's pretty blocky and unpleasant to look at sometimes. And the game will, like, zoom out and stuff like that in the cameras as well. So, you see, there's nothing back here that's, that can be the entrance that I'm looking for. So, where do I go at this point? Looking for an entrance to the docks, but... Oh yeah, you do take fall damage in this game if you fall too fast. So, have fun figuring that... Well, not have fun figuring out if you can take the drop on it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'll go to the slums. It's about the same, really. You saw an example of what the dialogue was like. The voice acting isn't actually that bad for the most part. Most of the people seem like they actually wanted to be there and, you know, actually wanted to do the voice acting and stuff like that. I might be able to show off some more voice acting after I do the hacking thing. That's if the game doesn't crash. If the game crashes, I'm just gonna load the manual save that I made, show off the hacking, and then just say screw it, because... Oh, man, it's seriously annoying how much time you lose when an autosave doesn't trigger, so there you go. Also, yeah, loading times are quite abysmal. Especially for how long you can spend in a particular area. Anytime now. Kind of worried the game's going to crash, actually, because this is generally what it does when it's about to crash. Take an absolute long-ass time to load. But no, I'm okay, but the frame rate has taken a massive hit. It's really not pleasant to do fights in this game when the frame rate's so low. Ow. Okay, he's dead. What can I level up that'll let me show off some more combat more effectively? Trip your enemy to make him fall to the ground. Okay, I'll do that. Confirm that. Level up. Execute this guy because fuck him. Right. Yes, you can crouch walk and do stuff like that. Can't hurt them while they're on the ground, unfortunately. Ow. And I'm dead, because Seriously, did you actually want me to try aiming with that frame rate? That your aim starts off aiming like in a random direction no matter where you're holding the right analog stick, and you have to really finely tune your aim as well, and that sucks. Thankfully, the game did autosave, so I should be able to just reload back into exactly where I was. There is stealth, but it's mainly just like hop into objects and try and not be in sight when someone's looking in your general direction. I don't think sound has anything to do with it. Pretty basic. Someone started up their lawnmower outside, and it's really goddamn loud. Please tell me the game's crashed so I can just go straight to the hacking. Please. No, god damn it. But the frame rate is still tits. Wow, did I seriously just like roll behind him and he didn't even fucking notice? Jesus. I knew I was good, but I didn't think I was that good. Yeah, a lot of the combat in this game can literally be skipped just by rolling. So that is a bit weird, I gotta say. I think it also lets you dodge bullets, which is funny because you didn't think you could dodge bullets by rolling, but that's a thing you can do apparently. I'm not doing another take of this fucking video. I've been waiting for ages for them to stop mowing the goddamn lawn so I could actually get this video done, and now they just started right back up again because Jesus fucking Christ, I'm not having a good day. Please have crashed. Please have crashed. It's like 20 minutes and I'll go show off the hacking anyway. Because why the hell not? Nope, hasn't crashed. But there's a big spotlight. So I imagine that if I go into that spotlight, I'll get killed. So let's just load my manual save at the Afterlight Boulevard. And I can show you what the hacking minigame looks like. I've had to do it like 3 times already. This one particular one that I've done, I've had to do 3 times as well, because first time I died. Second time, game crashed. Third time, game crashed again. And I lost all the hacking progress that I did the second and third times. Ugh. That's if the game doesn't crash. Like right now, trying to load this manual save. Oh, if it does. If it does. Right, I'm just going to have to go back into the building. I can show off some more dialogue while I'm here. I don't think I talked to this lady on this save, so maybe I'll be able to talk to her and go through the dialogue tree and you can hear a little bit more voice acting.
Welcome, gorgeous, to the Aphrodite. May I call you Claire? Claire de Lune. I'm Lily, your maître d'. Now, what will be your one? Drink, pill, or do you like to go in cold? You can wrap yourself around his if you like. Shen is a budding flesh and blood who enjoys appreciation. Why wouldn't he be happy here? Now my question to you. How is this any of your business? So, Chen Tao sent you. How adorable. But my favorite acquisition is staying. And that is his choice. Love binds, darling. Now why don't you forget this nonsense and enjoy some Aphrodite elixir yourself?
Yeah, this is part of a side quest, so I have to go through this door here. At least I think it was this door. It might have been the other door. Notably, you can actually lockpick the other door on this side here without her even paying attention. I don't even know why I bothered to lockpick that one. I forgot this one was open. But yeah, you can literally lockpick this door when there's a bunch of people looking at you. None of them will care. Kind of funny, actually. But anyway, I've been through this area already, and there's a bunch of guys that are blocking the staircase up under normal circumstances. But since I've already taken them out, I can just head straight to this room, which has the terminal in it. champagne, and now I can hack her PC. PC hacking is kind of ridiculous in this game. When it decides it wants to load, I'll tell you exactly why, but you should be able to notice pretty much straight away why it is. Waiting, 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 waiting. Oh, if it crashes now, I swear to God. Nope, okay, we're good. It's a top-down shooter. Like, I know that games have always had a bit of trouble, like, demonstrating the idea and concept of hacking in a way that's actually good. But this is kind of ridiculous, honestly. It's really strange to play a frickin' top-down shooter to represent hacking a computer. It really is. And you have to do this multiple times in the first few segments of the game, so... Yeah, I'm honestly not that impressed. It's not a very entertaining game, especially when you have to do it more than once. AKA, when you have to do the same fucking maze 3 goddamn times because the game won't stop fucking crashing on you. You do actually have a separate health bar for this bit called Focus. And you do have to deal with... Oh, God. I'm already out of health. Not great, but whatever. I will leave that. So now... That's a black hole. You can earn money and focus during these levels. So, you know, you don't walk out with absolutely nothing to work with whatsoever, which is nice. But it's still annoying as shit to have to do a freaking nowhere near engaging top-down shooter section. This is how you get notes and stuff, by the way. I'm hoping that that one on the left is the right thing, because if I have to go down to the bottom here, I will die. Oh, God. Because there's a bunch of things down there. So let me go back and see if he's on the right, by the way, this guy who we're trying to rescue. He can walk out of here on his own free will, but you need to find the email to convince him first. So here, take a look at this email.
Is that from... I need to get out of here. I'll go back home.
Right, so, now that we've done that, I should be able to fast travel back to where I first met that lady, and... Where did I first meet that lady? Shit! Okay, where did I meet her? I think I met her downtown somewhere. I'll just fast travel. So yeah, that was hacking. It's a bit shit. Yeah. I mean, the rest of the game itself is still pretty interesting. It's just, again, the performance is terrible. It runs like shit. It loads horribly. You can't change the controls. The controls themselves are pretty inaccurate. Sometimes they just refuse to do what you want them to do. And the game crashes a lot. Like, seriously, I've had it crash on me 6 times. So, I'm really not that impressed with it, honestly. Like, if they fix the port, it's probably worth a look at the very least. The game's $20. For a game this poorly optimized, though, $20 is way, way too much. Like, if it was $10, maybe I'd be able to excuse everything, but they'd still have to patch out all the goddamn crashes. Right, was this the room I had to go to? Oh yeah, I remember. There's also another side quest that I wanted to talk about. No, this isn't the place I wanted to go to. There's also another side quest I ended up doing that put me inside a building with an elevator. And I got into the elevator, pressed the triangle button and pressed a button. And when I pressed the button, the elevator started going up, but I didn't. And I fell through the floor and fell to my death. And that was one of my deaths. Yeah, there are a lot of problems in this game. There really are. They really need to bloody fix it, I tell ya. Hang on. Maybe my quest log will tell me where exactly I need to be. Star-crossed lovers, where am I going now? Shouldn't believe let me go to the Aphrodite. I need to go collect my reward, and... Taijo, right. The waitress at the Chinese restaurant. So, Taijo is the quarter here, so I just need to go through here. Taijo is the Chinese quarter. I don't know why there's a different area for the entrance to the Chinese Quarter and the Chinese Quarter. I guess they're trying to have a little bit of depth to the city, but at the same time, since there's no, like, I know this is a weird thing to complain about, but hear me out. In a game like this, where there are multiple entrances and exits to every area, not having something to point you in the right direction, at least when you're trying to, like, find a specific area, is kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, Chinese restaurant. I remember now. So now if I talk to her...
Oh, I thought I never get chance to thank you. Shen's back, and he told me you were one who convinced him to leave. Here, please. Take this, please. It's reward, I promise. I know it's not much, but please. We owe you so much. He A-okay. Thank you. No, I lie. He not any o- You do
Right, so we have more to do in that quest, which makes sense, because they do imply in those emails that you need some of those drugs, which kind of sucks, but, yeah, that's basically it. It is a RPG platformer style thing going on, and what it does have works alright, except for the hacking, but again, the port's terrible. And unless they fix the port, I can't recommend it. Not at $20. Maybe when it drops down to 5, I could say that'll be fine if they don't bother to patch it, but they really need to patch it to fix some of these issues. But yeah. That was a quick look at Dex. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.